Click the bell icon to get latest videos from Ekeeda.
Hello friends, so now here we are going to talk about a new topic, that is chain conformation. In the previous topic we have discussed about that is Howard projection formula. We have also discussed about that is Fisher projection formula, and now in this topic I am going to talk about that is chain conformation. So let me talk about this information and let us start with the topic. So friends, talking about a six-membered ring, that is what we have discussed in the previous lecture, that is glucopyranose. So it has been found that is a six-membered ring is very much stable if it has the chair conformation. So based on that, let me give you a particular example. So let me give you an example related to a particular cyclo, and the structure is, that is what I'm going to talk about is, suppose if this is what I'm drawing, the structure of cyclohexane, but in a chair form. So here basically all the substituents, they have two positions to attach, that is one is the axial position and one is the equatorial position. So suppose if I'm talking about the axial position as well as the equatorial position, so what are axial position actually? So as you can see over here, that is, this is along the axis, that is, suppose if it is, I'm talking about that is y-axis, and here also that is, at every stage I will get an axial, that is substituent. So here, and I will get it here, that is here. Therefore there are six axial positions, and this is what we have. And suppose if we are talking about that is cyclohexane, so here there is hydrogen, 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 here there will be hydrogen, and here there will be hydrogen. So talking about the equatorial hydrogens, so in that case the position, that is what we could get over here is, this is the hydrogen, here there will be 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 hydrogen. So this is nothing but the chain conformation for the cyclohexane. So similarly, this chain conformation can be also applied to the other monosaccharides, and for that let me give you an example and let me make you understand that is how they are very much stable in nature. Suppose if we have to give the chain conformation for the D-allos, so in that case we could get, that is, two form of, that is, D-allos in the chain conformation. That is, let me talk about the first one, that is the alpha D-allos. So the alpha D-allos has a structure where we could find, that is, there is oxygen atom over here. So as I've said, that is, there are the various axials as well as the equatorial positions. So in that case, here I'm going to talk about, that is, the axial one. So here also there will be axial. So in every case, that is how basically I'm drawing about that is axial positions. So here we can find, that is, there is a position, because we are talking about that is alpha. So in that case, this is nothing but the epimer carbon atom, or this is nothing but, it decides that whether it is, that is, alpha form or whether it is a beta form. So here basically, suppose if the OH is present here, and talking about the other positions, that is here, suppose if we talk about the axial OH, so here there is the axial OH. So now let me give you an example of D-allos. So even D-allos can be written in two chain forms, that is, one is alpha D-allos and the other one is beta D-allos. So for that, let me give you an example. That is, suppose if we are considering about a chain of carbon atoms, that is over here, and suppose if the configuration is in such a way so that we could find that is a chain structure, and that is known as chain conformation. And suppose here we have to decide the axial as well as the equatorial position. So here we can find that is the axial position first. So therefore this is axial one. Even here there is axial. So therefore these are the axial positions. So to which basically, if we talk about that is this epimer carbon atom, so in that case this is OH, while the rest of the equatorial position, it will be acquired with H. So talking about this one, so here basically there will be a hydrogen atom over here, while talking about the rest of the thing, that is the valency of carbon atom, it will be satisfied by the OH. So this carbon atom will be acquired with OH, while here there will be H, and here also there will be a equatorial, that is position, to which the OH it will be attached, and here there will be H. And talking about here, so this is how basically we have got two valencies over here, and I could satisfy the other one, CH2OH, and this is nothing but H. So therefore this is nothing but the alpha form, or we could also call it as alpha D-allos. And it all depends upon the epimer carbon atom. And in this case, suppose if the OH is on the equatorial position and the H is on the axial position, then this alpha D allos would have turned into beta D allos, and this is nothing but the chair form of it. So that's it. Thank you friends for watching this video. I hope you have understood this video very clearly, and I hope I'll see you next time. Till then, don't forget to subscribe Ekeeda channel. Thank you so much.